Hello, we're doing a video here for distance learning week 1 and I'm here with Walter and Lily. You can say hi.
Hi. Hi.
We're here by the river and we're going to do a little nature walk slash phenology hike. We're at the river Minnehaha near Lake Street, Minneapolis. So one of the first observations we are making here is a pair of bald eagles right up in the trees here. I'm going to turn my camera and you can take a look, see how it works. Way up high, there's a pair of eagles. They were just making a whole bunch of calls, different sounds not too long ago. And they've kind of stopped now. And there's some other people, a few other people gathered around. Doing the same thing we're doing. Again, when you're out observing, make sure you are smart and safe. Keep your distance from other people. You can wave or say hi, but 6 feet minimum for now. Anyways, we're gonna think about what questions you might have, with this pair of eagles. What we're looking for is for you to make observations about phenomenon, different naturally occurring events, which could be just about anything in the science realm. So maybe a question I have with these two eagles, I'm wondering if this is a mating pair that is looking for food for young, or kind of what their reproductive mating cycle is like. So we're gonna continue on our walk and head to, which is where I'll be doing most of my hikes for this distance learning session. So I'm gonna we'll catch up with you when we're on our hike. Okay, here we are hiking down. It's kind of a cool spot of the river, hiking down these stairs into the kind of the floodplain area.
Look, a white leaf.
Oh, cool. Yeah, into the floodplain area of the Mississippi River Gorge. One thing, if you're out and about, really you should be listening and looking for birds. This is kind of a migratory season, and there's also all kind of bird action in the springtime as they're getting ready to look for nests and gather resources. So keep your eye out for that on your walks. Yeah. As we were walking down the steps here, Walter pointed out there he saw some fur, some animal fur. Now I notice animal fur, and the question would be, whose fur is that? Where did it come from? It could be a domestic dog. It could be a bunny or deer, and a variety of other options. So that's a good observation, Walter. Oh yeah. Yeah, nice, a hole in the log. I wonder what made that hole.
Yeah. Maybe a chipmunk.
Maybe a chipmunk? Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, there's some missing gloves.
Okay. Just want to make a connection here with when you go on your nature walks, and you can find objects that in Kate's lesson asking you to do a drawing of a natural object. So see what you see and find something to draw. What?
Tell our names.
Okay, go ahead. Say your name.
My name's Billy.
All right.
Ooh.
Thanks. Oh.
Dad,
What do you see right there, Walter?
Hey, Dad, let me see. Like this weird fungus or something. They're so close. Oh.
It's a weird fungus, a little puffball. Move your hand,
That's
and if you
your
tap it,
name.
yeah, a little powdery dust or it looks like smoke comes out of those.
Yeah,
All right,
Dad,
we're gonna keep walking.
Dad, tell whole name. Tell whole name to us.
Here we are in the forest by the river. Now, if you can find a natural spot near your home, that'd be great. And if a forest is going to be really a fun place to explore, any place by water. If you can't find something like that, a park is going to be good. And so what I want to show here is it's kind of cool. There's a little ravine, and you can see all the dead trees have fallen and kind of gone across that little ravine in the forest here. One thing about forest, this is a good opportunity to show all the big, tall, old trees here that make up the canopy. And the canopy is going to be at the very top of the trees. And towards the bottom in the forest, you have what's called the understory. As all the little young trees are starting to grow, and will take the place of the mature ones once they've fallen and are no longer taking up that space. Walter is showing you found a feather on the ground. Not quite sure what kind of feather that is. Take a close look, and let's see, maybe it could be a bird of prey, like a hawk feather, maybe a turkey feather. I'm not sure. So that was a good find. We're going to continue walking towards the river. If you're doing a nature journal on your walks, it's good to make a note of the time and the date, and you can do some more data collection there, like temperature, wind, things like that. We see some other people down by the river, so say hi to them. And really calm at the river today. It's really pretty. So we're gonna take a look around.
And I see, Dad, do you hear it? Music.
Still here at the river. Just such a beautiful scene here with the calm water and the limestone bluffs across the way. Fun watching my kids play by the river. And that's something that we should be doing. All of us getting outside and playing and exploring around. Hey there. One thing I wanted to talk about is when you're making some observations of what's going on with the sky. So right now it's cloudy, overcast. See if you can name the cloud types that you see. And right now when you have this gray low-level cloud, it's like a blanket, we call that a stratus cloud. And if they're dark gray, they're called nimbostratus. So if I look down the river over the water, looks like a little bit of a haze or a fog. Did you know that fog is a low-level cloud? Yeah, so we got some of that happening, and it looks like we might have some rain later today by the way things are looking. So as you're hiking or walking around, whether it be park, neighborhood, or in the woods, look for cool objects. Like I found this seed pod with tiny little beans. This is actually a tree seed pod.
Let me
So that's really kind of cool.
Let me
And
see.
well, there you go, Lily. See? This could be something you could sketch or draw, ask some questions about, to have some further engagement. Last thing I'll say here is you should be thinking about a lot of the interconnectedness and the interactions between the animals and the plant community, and think about when things die, start to decompose, that all returns back to the environment. Okay, here's an example of a decomposing tree. All this fungus on here starting to break down the tree material, the tissues, and return it eventually into nutrient-rich soil. Here's another one that is really breaking down, has some cool moss growing on there. And if you dig around in the soil, you might be able to find some decomposers, some other little critters. They're helping to further break down the leaf litter and dead trees or animals. Yeah, don't see anything moving around yet. But it's always fun to turn over a decaying log and see what you see.
Hey, Dad. Dad. Moss.
Yeah, there's some moss.
Dad, it looks like there's like a ladybug or something right there.
All right, thanks for joining us today on our walk. We're going to wrap it up, and we'll look forward to another phenology walk session with you, and also to see what you come up with.
The other one was like turning to...
All right, have a great day.